Hello, happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful start to their week. Um, I had a very tired start to my week, but it was good. It was my first day back in the classroom, and so it was fun. I can't complain one bit. And so then I hate to disappoint some of y'all, but Jeffrey is at the farm because, well, just they're ready to be fed. And honestly, we went out to eat today, which pushed our timeline back a little bit. So he's out there feeding the animals, and he may be watching. I don't know if he is or not, but so hopefully he will be. Hopefully he'll be home soon, but I can't promise anything. Um, it's nice to be home. I loved Texas. It was it was a lot of fun. It was more fun than I actually ever imagined. We had a great time. Um, I think we had a great time because it wasn't go, go, go. It wasn't busy. It was, we'd get up in the morning, be busy, and then would have a little bit of downtime. And that was nice. It was something I didn't really know that I needed, but I did. And it was nice. And I came back and I feel very refreshed and rejuvenated. Um, I'm very much a creature of habit. I like routine. So maybe at 5:50 this morning, I did not like routine, but getting back into it. So it was great. So I see we have some new people here. So yeah, it was fun, and Jeffrey had a wonderful time, except being the ding dong and bringing the keys back with him. But he felt really bad about that. But it was an accident. There was so many moving parts and so much going on that it was kind of crazy. So, but yesterday I got the chance to put our little Christmas tree up, put a few little Christmas decorations up, and it was nice because yes, you're right. I've been on the go for 2 weeks, so it is so nice just to be back to my routine, even if it is getting up, taking Jane to school, going to work. I'm a creature of habit. I like that. And actually, what I realized though is those of you all that don't know, I work in a specialized preschool, and we have a different schedule, and so we have periodic breaks. Instead of having a big summer break, we have periodic breaks throughout the year. So actually, this week is our only full week, and we only have 4 days next week, and then we are on Christmas break till the 5th. So that's nice. And I saw Kelly Honeycutt's name go by. And Kelly, we did get your cards, and they were so kind. And actually, when I was opening, Jaden and Jeff have not opened theirs yet. But when I was opening mine and I saw your card to my sister, I was actually talking to her. So I read it, and um, that meant so much to her, and it was just wonderful. Um, some of you all that don't know, um, my sister, because I see people asking about my sister. My sister has cancer, and so that's where I was the week before we went to Texas for Thanksgiving. I went to spend it in Louisville with her, and she was in the hospital for around 3 weeks, and then she has gone to subacute rehab for like a week and a half. So she's going home, I guess, tomorrow, and hopefully we will get a little bit of a better game plan because after her first round of chemo, whatever happened, it put her into septic shock in the ICU, and so it's been a very big it's been a big battle for her. And some of you all know, some of you don't. I have two sisters and a brother, but my sisters are like 19 years older than me and 21 years older than me. So I was a oops. So, but no matter the age difference, we are super close. So it's been, yeah, it's been kind of a whirlwind for our family, but we're making it through. We do drive Jeffrey crazy because we are very, I don't know, I want to say just kind of like a Southern family. We're very enmeshed. We're like, I talk to somebody um, from my family every single day. That's just the way it is. Yeah, they were kind of like second moms. Like my sister, the one that has cancer. she's kind of, yeah, she is kind of like my second mom. So it's fun. I love my family dearly. So, and I was talking about decorating for Christmas, like, and you all know this, and if you don't, like the last several years, it's not been a fun time in our life. I mean, it just really wasn't. It was a really big struggle, and this last year has been so much better. But Jeffrey is, well, we just didn't really feel like decorating tons at home because we didn't really like being at home with each other very much. And then Jaden and I, and Jeff used to go to Kentucky for like Christmas Day because my sister in law makes it a magical experience, just a wonderful experience. And so we've done that since Jaden was little. Like Christmas, Kentucky is Christmas to Jaden. But last year I went out and bought a tree, a little baby one, but I wanted a tree so bad. So this year we've really talked about, the last couple years, um, like I want Jaden to find joy in Christmas. I want him to love it. I mean, he likes it, but I want him to love it. I want us to love it as a family again, like that feeling you used to have. And so that's what I told Jeff. I said we've only got second, third, 5 years till he turns 18, and probably only a few years where he thinks we're cool and wants to hang out with us. So I'm like, I really want to start making it that magical experience for him. So we're hopefully going to get in some Christmas traditions. Um, one of my big Christmas traditions is I have to make my mom a fudge. My mom passed away in 2001. And it's funny because each of us were blessed. My mom was a great cook, and each of us were blessed with something that she knew how to make. And like mine's chicken and dumplings and fudge. And so it's not Christmas until, well, we have chicken and dumplings for Christmas dinner, and I have to make fudge. So that's, I think, what I'm going to do next weekend. But so what are some of your all's Christmas traditions that you all did with family or that you all do? I would love to hear the different ideas of what you all have done or any suggestions for us. Because Jeff and I both agreed, like we really, really need to make it special. Hey Stella. Hey Stella. Yeah, we are really going to try to make it special. Kelly Honeycutt, can I come over for chicken and dumplings? It's my favorite meal in the world. Date rolls. 7 seafood Christmas dinner. I've never heard of that. Marcy, I'll be honest. This is the God's honest truth. My mom's fudge. It's the sugar cocoa milk. You put it on a stove till it's a soft ball. Anyway, to make a long story short, mine turns out about 50% of the time, maybe 50% of the time. And there may or may not have been a year that my sister-in-law and I had to throw the pan away because I guess we cooked it too long, and then it became like a literal cinder block. We soaked it and soaked it and soaked it, so we threw it away. So I'm kind of scared to teach Jeff that. Kind of scared. So somebody was asking, I don't make my dumplings. Well, I make my dumplings from Bisquick and milk. And Anissa and I always make a big old mess, but that's just Christmas to us, and we love it. And get some drinks and drive around and look at Christmas lights. That honestly is Jeff's favorite thing in the world. In the last 2 years, we haven't done it. He loves looking at Christmas lights. They make him so happy. Ooh, molded chocolates. By painting the molds and pouring milk chocolate in them and give them away as gifts. That is awesome. I think we're lucky so far. Jeff has not. Oh, God, I have to tell you. We're sitting at dinner tonight. We went to the Roadhouse, and some of you all will learn we eat out way too much sometimes, but working full time, having a farm, sometimes we just run out of time. But we were out to dinner tonight at Texas Roadhouse, and we're sitting there, and I don't know what we were talking about. Jeff said something like, what are we going to get for dessert? Just kind of joking around. And Jaden says, well, Dad, can you get Cahoochies around here? Jaden, do not say that. We're like, do not say that to school. Jeff was like, you're going to get sent to the principal's office. They're not Cahoochies. So I think he finally knows that they're not Cahoochies. But yeah, oh, it was hilarious, hilarious. We've had so many funny moments there. That's where when he was tiny, tiny, he belted out. We were sitting in the Texas Roadhouse, started belting out, "Take a drink, girl, home." Like, oh dear God, these people must think we are absolutely the worst parents in the world. I know the easiest, I know like marshmallow fluff fudge is so much easier, and I know that, but it's not my mama's. And hey, Carrie, and I have to make my mama's fudge. At least I will make the batches until they turn out, and then usually I will mail. Well, it depends how close it is to me going home. I'll mail them to my siblings because my mama's fudge was good. So, yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I have to admit, Jayden talking about Cahoochies, but thanks, Lester. Thanks, Lester. And I was telling Jeff today because I don't know, we were talking about the whole check thing, and we were talking about when we first got there, and he gets out, is yelling about moving the cows, and literally, like, I'm like, does he really mean to twist the cow's tail? Does he really want me to buy? Like, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Is this really something they do? I'm not sure. I'm like, well, I'll just push. I'll just push. I don't know how much really we moved. I can move a cow, but I was at least going to push, make Christmas cookies together, and have a big dinner for Christmas with the grandkids. That's Christmas vacation. Jeff's goal in life used to be to have our house. He's like, I want people in a plane to be able to see our house. He loved that. Jayden Robert, what you doing? Want to come say hi?
Yeah, I have controllers died on my VR.
Okay, but you. Oh, here? Just come in. Somebody asked, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Being there in Texas.
Is there like you're gonna move in Texas? Is there a favorite animal?
Probably Chuck.
Probably Chuck.
Yeah.
Did you like Carl?
Yeah, he was funny.
Carl was funny. And which one of the horses did you like the best? Roman. He was my favorite too. Actually, all of them were really neat. It was so cool to see their own personalities. You need to go do me a favor. You can go turn my TV on, but Royce is about to throw a fit.
And then my stuff's really charged.
Please. Twist. Okay, so it is true. If you twist the cow's tail, it'll make it walk. Okay, I didn't know that because I'm like, oh, I've never been around cattle. And this man's coming out yelling, and I'm like, I didn't take any offense at it. He did apologize, but I'm like, I just don't know what to do. I just don't know. What did I miss something about how does it feel about to be a teenager? It feels like he stays in his room. He lives in his room. It drives me crazy. I'm like, come out and watch TV with me.
No.
Did you let him out?
I can't get this. Royce!
Come on. Come on, buddy.
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, sorry, Lori. Okay, just really quick. Somebody said it doesn't look right on an iPad. Let me tell you really quick. StreamYard they've changed something, and it's like where you can have a vertical stream and a horizontal stream at the same time. But then what happens is people are leaving because people were kind of not being nice the other day, but people on the horizontal feed couldn't see that. So we've decided we are just doing the horizontal feed. I think when you do vertical feed, a lot of times you get just random people and sometimes you kind of get people that just run across your channel and want to wreak havoc, and that's kind of not what we want. Come here, Royce. Come here, Bubba. Yes, he was super excited. He was super. Come on, buddy. Come on. No. Yeah, vertical is where you get a lot of people you don't know that tend to be rude. So I've decided just for us, I don't want to do that. The problem we run into sometimes, though, if I do go vertical, it's because my cell phone will not allow me to go horizontal, and I don't know why. So it's crazy. It's summertime in New Zealand. The only reason I somewhat know that is because a lot of the race car drivers, okay, sorry, I suck at geography, but New Zealand and Australia, they're kind of close because a lot of the race car drivers from here go there to race in the winter. So um, that's what we know. And somebody did ask. Jaden does race. Jaden has been racing since he was 4.5 was when we first, um, 4.5 is when we first put in a race car. In hindsight, that was insane. That was crazy. I don't know what we were thinking because 4.5 year old, that was nuts. But Jeff comes from a racing background. So Jeff always wanted him to race. And so he races cars and he loves it. And that's just one of our hobbies in the summer that keeps us hopping. Not just the summer, it starts April through October. So it absolutely keeps us super busy. Did Jeff get rested up? I don't think either one of us really got rested up. I was very surprised at how refreshed I was today. I'm sure after this, I'm going to go take a bath and crash. But I really wasn't tired today. But I only got like 4.5 hours of sleep, which is not conducive to me being happy. And Jeff did get sleep. He wanted to sleep with the dog. Okay, guys, we don't sleep together because I'd put a pillow over his head and suffocate him because he snores so bad. And he does have a CPAP that he doesn't wear. So if you hear people talking and giving him a hard time about it, it's because they are, because he desperately needs it, but he won't do it. So we sleep in separate rooms, and he wanted to sleep with the dog last night. And I'm like, no, because you won't sleep. You need sleep. So he slept in a little bit today, and he's tired. And somebody asked where he was. He is at our farm. He went out this morning to see everybody. We go out in the mornings to check on them, we used to let the roosters out of their roost, their little pen, coop, that's what it's called, and just to check on the animals. Well, the roosters have decided they're living in the pink shed. Now, for those of you that are new, if you hear us talking about a pink shed, we're not insane. There was this bright Pepto-Bismol shed on the property that we painted white. So when you hear, it's always going to be the pink shed. I don't care what color it is. So that's where our goats live. And that is where now the roosters live. But we're talking about if we do end up getting chickens in the spring, we need to get them back to their place. So Jeff's, Donna, he's not looked into a device that replaces a CPAP. If you, here, but just real quick, if you wouldn't mind, if you know anything about it, if you want to email me, this is our email. I try my best to get to all the emails. Can't always promise it, especially during the work week. But now it's right on my head. But if you have any questions, concerns, anything, shoot me an email. If it's something that Jeff needs, I will forward it to him. But he's just super busy, and his work's busy. Yes, it's like the Red Barn, Lester's. It's just always going to be the pink shed. It's a great shelter. And so right now he's going out. He's probably, my guess is, cleaning out their water. It's just, everything was beautiful, but then he just needs to go and like fine tune everything. And so that's what he's doing tonight. And hopefully he will not be there super long. Got 4 more little Poncho baby chicks. I'll send them our way, Ricardo. We need help though. Like Jeff was like, just pick up the roosters and put them back. Guys, I never picked up a rooster. Never picked up a rooster in my life. So I'm like, no. So he's going to teach me. I said, if you're there and you show me how to do it, I don't care to do it. But I'm not going to be a brave soul and maybe it's just me being crazy and worrying about stuff. But I said, you show me how to do it, I'll do anything. I just need to be shown once before. Janice, you need a Liberty takeout. Anything, just food. What you eating while you're camping? See, they do. They do have spurs on them. I'm not sure. I'm game for anything if you show me how to do it, but I'm not just one to wing it, especially with something with those feet. We did not find a pig. with Oreo Mama. Oh, they were both in the coop. Caitlin, I don't know. They've decided to leave the coop, and they're very, very happy in the goat shed. They're happy as can be, but I think Jeff's going to try to get them back over. And before we went to Texas, there was an opportunity to potentially get a pig. A pig needs rescued, and so let's talk about us taking it. However, we will say we are very big into let's get through this winter with all of our animals. Let's get through the cold weather. We want to make sure we have plenty of money saved up for any medical bills. So before we take any other animals on, we are going to just get through the winter. But so luckily, SFF took the piglet, and it sounds like he is a little bit of a wild man. So Grace, I don't know how the pig's doing at Justin's. I haven't heard anything. So, see, that's what Jeff did tell me, if you get him in the dark, but still I wasn't brave enough. Thank you, Caitlin, for being brave enough to move him. Would we ever consider a mini pony? Jeff and I talked about that last night. And it's like, which I never thought, honestly, it's a miracle. I never thought we would have a 5-year plan. But I mean, it's on our, it's potentially on our long-term plan. We're not sure though, but I think we definitely are going to find a place. Like we were talking, I would love to get someplace that does equine therapy. I think that's like right up my alley from a work standpoint, and it has to do with horses. So I think it's great. Oh, it was Caitlin. It was the first time Caitlin ever grabbed a rooster. Did Jeff get Lester's keys to him? I don't know. I know they talked all day today on and off about the whole, just about Chuck and all that stuff. But I don't know. The minis are much easier to handle. I don't know. I think horses, I love them, and they're beautiful, and they're majestic, and they're huge. And as huge as they are, they're still so fragile. And that just scares me. I mean, Jeffrey, are you here? I should ask Jamie. Jeff says he'll teach me. Are you behaving to Jeffrey Todd? He's being quiet now. I did hear about Hank the sheep getting sick. I have been following that. I know Jeff's talked to Justin today. So yeah. How is the crew, Jeffrey Todd? I think Jeff misses being at the ranch, but as much as he misses being at the ranch, I think he's really glad to see our guys. He's going to do a video that we're going to introduce everybody. And guys, Cinco adores him. Cinco absolutely loves Jeff. And Cinco was purchased at the same time, I think, as Chuck and Uno. And Cinco loves Jeff. I mean, he's spoiled rotten. Jeff's work van pulls in and he starts throwing a temper tantrum. I mean, I hate to say it, I've never heard a cow moo like him. He will moo and moo and moo and moo and moo. And Donna said, Cinco's adorable, those eyes. He, honest to God, looks like, those little googly eyes that you can buy at craft stores? It's what he kind of looks like, because he had pink eye as a baby. And I love Cinco too. I love him. He's so sweet. And you can go up and pet him, and he doesn't really, I learned the right term. He doesn't really throw horns. And you just have to, if you clap your hands, he backs off. He's really good. And Jenny said, never seen a cow throw a tantrum until Cinco. No, Chuck was not a rodeo bull. Chuck was bought at auction as a baby, and he was a bottle baby, and he was just raised with the three crew, Chuck, Uno, and Cinco. So Yeah. And they're actually, somebody was saying that there is like a rescue, not that I'm rescuing, but like to volunteer, like for like the draft horses on the Maryland border, which we're not that far from. So, yeah, Chuck was bottle fed, got a lot of attention, and so like so is Cinco, but like I just think if you compare the size, Cinco is maybe 850 pounds, maybe. Chuck is absolutely massive. Yet Cinco has human eyes that speak to you. He is, oh my gosh, yeah, he does calm your soul. He really, really does. And if you would have ever told me that a steer would soothe your soul and just be so calming, I'd have said you're crazy. But he is just wonderful. He really is, and he's really taken to Finley, who is our other little steer, and they bonded. Like they had nothing like the events of today, but they kind of had to find their little dominant place and who was the boss. Like I said, it was nothing like today. It kind of became Cinco was the boss, which is super cool because he's never been the boss. He's never been the alpha. Alpha. I don't know if they call it alpha in the cow world, but he's never been the alpha. He's always been the little scrawny one that that they could pick on, and so it's nice to see him be like the boss. And he doesn't boss him around, but they love. I mean, they love each other. They spend all their time together. Where one is, you'll find the other one. So it's really, really, really cool to see. So hi, Amy. It's all good. It doesn't matter if you're late. As long as you're here, it doesn't matter. So wonderful. So that's where my Jeffrey is. They have, yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Like, I love our little animals or our little farm because I am getting to know each of them like each of their personalities and be able to spend time with each of them. And it is wonderful. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, like we had the goats before, but they didn't live with us. So, but now that they're living, there's only 4 of them. It's so awesome. Chuck he was huge. I mean, I had seen, last time I saw Chuck was outside he was in the trailer headed to Texas. He was big then. He is so massive right now. He is absolutely huge. You'd like to see Jeff or Jaden lay with Cinco just talking to him. That is a possibility. That absolutely is, because he will let, there's one young lady that comes to our farm, Savvy. She's phenomenal. She's great. She's like the animal whisperer. She's a senior in high school, and she can lay down with Cinco. And Finley's mom, Cindy, she will come and Finley will lay down with her. So they are, they're lovable little guys, and we love them. It's wonderful. Somebody said, we work full time. Yes, so the size is perfect. We may grow up, we may grow a little bit, but I just want to love them and not to get so overwhelmed that we don't have time to spend with each of them. And we always get their livestock, their whatever, and they are. And maybe we personify them too much. Maybe we do. However, when you look at Cinco, you can see his soul. I mean, like, it sounds weird, it sounds crazy, but like, we personify them a little bit, but we love them and they're perfect for us. And I could not imagine it's a God thing on it. I mean, like it's like everything has just come together, and it is so wonderful. And yes, I do think we are going to do dad jokes with Jaden. And yeah, they're more. Yeah, I always every once in a while I get somebody like personifying them. They're just livestock. They're not pets. No, they are. They're pets. And Cinco is a yard. That's what he's a yard puppy. He really, really is. And so I'm really happy with them. And if you'd have told me this time last year, I would have never, ever, ever in a million years thought this. But it was meant to be because my soul is so much calmer than it was. My anxiety, yes, I'm one of those anxious folks, but it's much less. Like I was really stressed yesterday because I'm like, I've got to do this and I've got to do this and I've got to do this. And then I got out there, and then you go in, and then Mama, most of y'all know this, but we have 4 goats. We have Oreo, Joey, Twizzler, and Lightning. And Lightning is Oreo's mama. And so they each have sweet little personalities. So it was so neat to spend time with Mama, and they're sweet. They're like, I don't want to say they're like dogs, but they'll come up and they want you to pet them and they want you to pay attention to them. And it's what I need. It's what Jeff and I both need. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this, but we probably will be getting ducks. That's Jaden's deal. Jaden has to show us that he's responsible and that he's going to help on the farm. And, we definitely have criteria, and then he can get some ducks. So I don't know. Well, somebody just said, thank you for saying we have a beautiful farm, because I think Jeff is actually really a little concerned because, like, we just got our little farm and our little animals, but they mean the world to us. And the donkeys, forgot about theirs. Everybody's so daggone sweet. The only thing I haven't, like, really gotten into, I shouldn't say into, is the roosters. And I don't know. They just kind of came to us, and I don't know enough about them. And yeah, see, everybody's saying his duck poop is messy, but we told him it's his responsibility. So, it's a learning thing that it's hard to do, but I'm really trying to teach him consequences. And because the world, I don't think, oh God, I'm not getting on it, but I don't think schools teach consequences anymore, but the world doesn't care. So, we're trying to teach him true consequences. And I will say this, for anybody new, is we will really, really, I will never discipline Jaden, or I will never, let's say, discipline him on a live. If I think he's not being appropriate, we take care of it. But I'll never do that on a live, because I don't think that's my job as a parent, because, it can embarrass him. There's people, you never know who's watching, but he is a good kid with the best heart. He could be a turd. I mean, he can be a wild man. He and Jeff can be like 2 teenage boys, and they drive me crazy sometimes. But at his core, at his soul, he is, Jeff and I don't deserve him. He is the best kid. And he's got a heart of gold. He really, really does. He really, really does. Yeah, we've got, somebody was very, very kind and gave us a liner for a duck pond. Somebody said, what happens if Justin decides to sell the property? We're going to cross that bridge. I know he loves that property, and I know he's going to hold on to it as long as humanly possible. And, and if he does decide, hopefully he will give us tons and tons of notice. From what I understand, that's really not in the cards right now. So we could worry about it. Or right now, we're just appreciating that we were put in this place we're in this season for a reason. We're in this time in our life for a reason. So even though I'm a huge worrier, I don't want to focus on that. So yeah, he is a cuddler. He is a sweet kid. Um, the hard thing is, I think it's sometimes like like one day he's like, "Mom, I want like something about he wish he could be a bad kid," and I'm like, "Why?" Well, the bad kids get all the attention. So I mean, it's hard to be like a good kid sometimes, like with a huge heart and big feelings in this world. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't. All we're there, we just have to love him, and we have to support him and help him to believe that he can do anything in the world he wants to. And he's a great kid, and he loves the animals. He will complain. The one like Jeff will say, he'll like be laying in his bed watching TV. He's like, "Do you want to go to the farm?" And Jade will be like, But once he gets out there, I don't give him a choice. It's not really a choice. I'm like, "Hey, we're going." Once he gets out there, he loves it. He loves on the animals. He's a huge help. Sometimes you just have to tell him what to do, because that's one thing that with race cars and with farming, like this is new to me. I don't know anything about it. So I think a lot of times Jeff kind of assume we know that what's going on, but he needs, once he gives us guidance, um, once he gives Jaden guidance, we do whatever. Hey, Miss Jamie, I just have to tell you, I loved every second there. It was wonderful, and it was truly, truly a blessing to our family. And I loved getting to meet you, even though I traumatized you by not drinking coffee, and I traumatized Lester by eating pizza with a fork. So, but hopefully we can do it again sometime. The farm is about 25 minutes from our house. It's not that bad. It's really, really not. Jeff has been working at that way. Jeff, his job, I can't tell you what he does, but he like commissions big HVAC jobs, I guess. Sorry if I get that wrong. But he goes to different sites. He's not at the same site every day. But lately his job has been much closer to the farm, and so he can stop in there on the way home, and that helps on the way to work and at home. So it helps as far as the time thing. It helps tons. So yeah, and I will go whenever he asks. It is very difficult. Like it is hard, because usually I get home from work about 4:15, and then dinner, and so I usually help him out more on the weekends. So, Leanne, we would love to meet you. Well, I'm glad everybody that can catch it. I know coffee is in your veins. Like I really tried it. I gave it a try. Jamie even put more creamer in it, and I gave it a try. And I can't do it. I just can't. Like I'm like a water girl, and like in desperate times, like last night when I was so tired, Jeff went to get something to drink. I'm like, "Get me a Coke." But yeah, forever my fork friend. Exactly. Jeff almost took a video of me today because we were out to eat, and I was eating potato skins. He's like, "You're not eating it with a fork." I'm like, "Yeah, because they're greasy." But oh well. Do I drink tea? No, I don't drink tea, which is almost blasphemy for being like from Kentucky, because we're the sweet tea. Everybody drinks sweet tea, not just a little sweet. We drink lots of, I mean, it has to be super sweet tea. But no, I'm just boring. I am a boring, I shouldn't say boring drinker. I'm a water girl, and every once in a while a soda, and that's pretty much about it. We love I'm kind of boring, and I love water. So that's kind of my drink of choice. So. You drink Mountain Dew, Lord. So let me just ask, does anybody, and I can't promise I can get it all, but if anybody has any questions, shoot, I'm fair game. So there are some people that are new here, and I'm an open book. I'm glad people like horizontal. The whole two different, we're talking about the horizontals in the portrait. I just hate portrait because you get people I don't really want to have on there. And yeah, we can gain people, and we can get new people to follow us that way. But the risk benefit, I mean, like, I just don't like having to deal with, and having you all having to deal with very inappropriate people and very inappropriate comments. So, what kind of things do we share? Just kind of life in general. What's going on with the farm? What's going on in my life? If anybody has any topics they would love for me to talk about, I would be more than happy to. This is just kind of like, today's just kind of like a wrap up of our weekend, the beginning of our week. And it's a great way for me to start the week. I said it's a way to start the week with friends. I'm going to take our email off. I forgot I did that. It's annoying. Just a way to start the week with friends. And any worries, anything? Do you like to play games as a family? If so, any favorites? We don't, and that's sad. We like puzzles. Puzzles are the big thing. Like Jaden is phenomenal at puzzles. He is great at puzzles. And when we used to go to the beach, we would always do that. But my everyday job, I am a pediatric physical therapist. I work with kids with multiple disabilities in a specialized preschool. So it's the biggest blessing. I don't feel like I have to work. I don't feel like I work. I love my job. And so, do I like cooking or crafting or quilting? I love baking when I have time. And guys, when God handed out creativity and crafty stuff, he just passed me over. I've wanted to like learn to knit for so long, and I've wanted to learn to do things like that. And I'm just not. No, I'm not. I am not saying I'm not good at it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not one to try something and not. I'm scared to try things and not succeed. And you would figure at my age, I would be over that, but I'm not. And I need to get better at that. I do cook. You will hear us talking. You will hear us talking about people. We do eat out some just because we're so busy. But I do like to cook. Doesn't bother me one bit to cook. And yet Jeff kind of fixed the blinds, guys. Okay. See the blinds over here. He put up new blinds, right? Well, we know that Royce feels like the UPS and Amazon people are serial killers that he has to protect us from. So, Jeff put down the blinds. Well, Royce decided that he still needed to protect us from the Amazon man. So he destroyed the blinds. And Jeff just kind of cut them off. I don't think you can do that because now they're all super wonky, but it's all good. He tried his best, so I can't complain. My favorite meal to cook would be, and it is so unhealthy, there's nothing healthy about it, chicken and dumplings, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cornbread. That's my meal. That's what I would love. I do like reading. Something important if you don't know about me. I either watch shows where people fall in love or people die. There's really no middle ground. I like crime, and once in a while, the Hallmark movies are so no-brainers because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, but it's that kind of feel good. And so I do watch Grey's Anatomy a little bit, but we're not really TV. I watch TV when I go to bed, and that's about it. Yes, Royce is a boxer. Royce is insane. Royce is nothing like Trixie. He is crazy. He is just a boxer. He will steal things. And somebody said something about, I don't know what dog of it likes to steal Jamie's bras. Because before I even knew that, before I even knew that. I have a video of Royce in his emotional support bra because he refused to go outside if he was not carrying my sports bra with him. So instead of fighting him, I just let him take it out there and watched it later. So, well, yes, he is not fixed. Jeffrey's kind of the one that's a holdout on getting him fixed, and I don't know why. I'm not quite sure. He's not really fun. He's not really super crazy about the thought of getting him fixed. I think our last male we had fixed at a very young age, and then he died at 5. And so I think that was very traumatic for Jaden because we had that boxer since he was little. And so I think Jeff, in the back of his mind, is really worried that if we get Royce fixed, then the same thing can happen to him. And Royce is 4. Yeah, he's 4. So I keep talking to Jeff about it. And so we will wonder. We'll try. Yeah. And the thing, like, as far as like fixing him, he really, honestly, well, here's the deal. He goes to daycare. Goes to daycare like 2 days a week, just because we work full time. He's a boxer. He's crazy. So we send him to daycare. And she has all kinds of dogs. And he, honestly, they say, is like the Walmart greeter. It does not matter if it's a little dog, a big dog, a female, not fixed, whatever. She says he shows absolutely no interest in even females that aren't fixed. No interest whatsoever. She's like, he's special. She's like, usually they will show interest. He doesn't show interest. He doesn't. And he does not have obnoxious male behaviors. He doesn't mark. He's not aggressive. He doesn't hump. So he doesn't have really any of the obnoxious behaviors. And now the doggy daycare does not. We've had a dog in this daycare since 2002 when I first moved to Pennsylvania. And see, that's it. Somebody said, read the studies. Fixed dogs are more prone to cancer. And that's what, like, you can read studies that they are, you can read studies that they're not. There's so much contradiction, and it's really, really hard to decide. But like, we had, Royce is our 5th boxer. Our 2 prior boxers lived to 15 and 13, which is absolutely unheard of for boxers. So, and the thing is, we didn't do anything special. We kind of fed them, I don't want to say junk food, but like, we didn't buy the expensive food for them. And like, then when they passed away and we had this one, we're going to give him good food and all this stuff. And he died when he was 5. So there's no rhyme nor reason. And Jeff will talk about, I'm nuts about Royce. I'm very overprotective. He's my baby. I love him. I'm overprotective of him, and I will absolutely admit it. But I think a lot of it is just seeing Jaden deal with that loss. He still will cry over Cooper. He still will be very upset. And so, like, to protect him from that hurt, and honestly, Royce is just a big love bug. He is so sweet. And where he is right now is he is with Jaden in my bedroom because he was going to be rotten. I could already tell. He was starting to whine at the door when I was getting ready. So when he does that, that means he's going to be an absolute turkey and miserable and very difficult to deal with during my life. Because when you get on the phone, he'll start barking because he knows he'll get what he wants, so I can hush him up. And he's just kind of a brat a little bit. He's just really, really a brat sometimes. But yeah, so honestly, my one boxer that lived to 15, I'll never forget. I got him, and it's like, when he turns 1, he'll calm down. When you get him neutered, he'll calm down. When he turns 3, he'll calm down. And he absolutely never calm down. Even at 15, he still would have very slow zoomies, but he still would have like, and they were very short spurts of activity, but he still would have those moments that he was absolutely bonkers. So I guess like Trixie is like a really nice boxer. Ours is just really, really crazy. So, but so I don't know. I found and sent Jeff a Cahoochie recipe for his next prison cooking show. Thank you. I will send it. Jeff was really never in prison. But did I meet Jeff in Kentucky or here in Pennsylvania? Funny story, actually. I like with like with a physical therapist, I was a pediatric therapist, and you can get traveling jobs just like nurses do. And so the plan was I was going to see the country, and it was going to be nice, and I was going to get to see everything. And so a lady here went on maternity leave, and here in Reading, I was in North Carolina at the time. She went on maternity leave for 12 weeks, and that was in 2002. And I was supposed to be here from April 15th till July 15th. And on June 2nd, I met Jeff. And so 23 years later, I'm still here. So I'll always be a Kentucky girl, always. It doesn't matter where I move. Kentucky will, like if you hear me talking about home, home is always going to be Kentucky. Right, wrong, it's just that's where my home is, and I love it. And so yes, I've been here a long, long time. I still like when I like people still think I talk funny here, but then when I go home, I'm like, wow, they talk really funny there too. Was it love at first sight? No, it was Jeff would refuse. It was a blind date kind of. Jeff was helping this man and his daughters on he was their crew chief for their race cars. And so I worked with one of the daughters. And so she's like, I've got somebody I want you to meet. And he didn't speak to me. I went to the races with her and he didn't speak to me. So no, it was not love at first sight. But then the next day we went to Wildwood, New Jersey with that family and got to know each other. And then just over time, that was it. That was all she wrote. Somebody said, do you like country music? I do like country music. We are kind of country music folk. I'm country music folk, or I'm like, if you would listen to my playlist, you would think I had something wrong with me. And I like 90s hip hop. I like Notorious B.I.G., all that kind of stuff. I like that. You'll also hear me play Christian music. You will also hear me play country music. I just kind of like everything. I like it. Because some songs will come on like if we're out and like it's old song, like It Takes Two. I don't know if y'all remember what that is, but like Jane will sing it and just like, how do you know that? Mom. So he's got an eclectic taste in music too. Somebody asked where we got married. We got married in Kentucky. The crazy thing is now looking back, it was crazy. I didn't do anything for I got my wedding dress, and Jeff and I went. My sister-in-law is my sister-in-law and sisters are very, very talented. So they had done all the flowers. They had done everything. It was beautiful. So we did get married in Kentucky. I think I have a little bit of a bigger family, and our family is closer. We were very close to Jeff's dad and his stepmom, but my family is really, really close. So that's where we got married. It was nothing fancy. It was just little, but it was perfect for us. It's exactly what we wanted. So we have a lot of Christian country. See, love me some Biggie. And like people would never in a million years think that I would like that kind of music, but I absolutely love it. I don't know why. I have no clue, but I do. So Jeff hates it. He hates everything about it. He will complain about it the whole time. but it's my kind of music. So, oh, that is meant to rent her wedding dress and bridesmaids. Actually, I didn't have a bridesmaid. I mean, like when I say it was small, my nephew married us. He's a preacher, and then it was just family, and that was it. And it was perfect for us. Yeah. So, um, somebody said we're talking about Jeff and I going on a vacation, and somebody mentioned Montana. Oh, well, Montana. This sounds. This may sound nuts, guys, but for some reason, like I watch videos and I've tons of pictures, everything. Like Montana looks someplace that like my soul needs to go. And that may make absolutely no sense to anybody else, but my soul just wants to go there so bad. And so that's one of Jeff's things. Jeff really wants to like save money. I don't know that he's that very interested in going. Because for a while I'm like, I'll go by myself. And I don't think I would have as much fun. But if it came, say Caitlin will go to Montana with me. I've got people. We just need to make a trip because I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I just, the bottom line is life's way too short, and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's like if you ask like what is my bucket list, that is my bucket list. That is my one thing I would love to do: stay in an Airbnb, go hiking, walk. I'm not even a hiker, but it looks so peaceful and it looks just wonderful. And my soul just needs to go there. So we've talked about like going as a family, but like I want people like Jeff's like, I'll go if you want me to, but I want somebody to go that like wants to go, that is excited about it, and that we can just have fun and relax. And part of it's my problem because like if we go on vacation and somebody's not having fun, I take it as a personal, like it's my fault they're not having fun kind of thing. But yeah, somebody said Glacier National Park. It looks beautiful too. Well, maybe we just need to find a time and just go because it's beautiful. And oh, you're from Montana. So, hey, any Montana people that have any pointers or any suggestions, please let me know because I've never I've never been any place like that. But it makes me just looking at it, and it really was a time when Jeff and I were struggling and I needed peace and I was looking for peace. And every time I looked at that, like that is just someplace I need to go. Yeah, he may find it amazing. I don't know. I don't know. He likes to go, go, go. And yeah, we may. I don't know. It kind of sounds fun, like too, doing a girls trip. That kind of sounds fun too. And I don't think honestly, I don't think he would mind one be Yellowstone National Park. Yeah, it's beautiful, and that's just kind of if you had that's my bucket list. That's my number one bucket list. I would just love to go there. So Hungry Horse from Montana. I'll have to, like I said, if anybody has any suggestions, just let me know. But I mean, like Jeff and I've been talking about, mind you, guys, Texas was the first time that we've really been anywhere as a family for more than a day in probably 7 or 8 years. So that was another reason why I was saying, look, we don't vacation, we don't take family trips. And so, we have started talking about like saving money and like for holidays and for birthdays and gifts, instead of buying stuff like material things, is to like put money towards a cruise because we did want a cruise right before Jaden came, and it was wonderful. We had a great time. And it was one of those two. Jeff was so grumbly and he didn't want to go and he was having a little baby temper tantrum, but he found it so wonderful and he loved it. So thinking about maybe doing that as a family. So yeah, we're going to have to pick and choose. And I'm really fortunate. My one sister, for my 50th birthday, which was a while back, said that she would help contribute to that trip. So that could help too. Just a second, I don't. Somebody asked them. Oh, would we move to Texas? I don't think. I mean, like, I don't think. I don't think we would uproot. Um, I don't know that we'd uproot Jaden right now. I think it's just so hard. And honestly, we're kind of like, honestly, we love our animals. There was, we couldn't take all of our animals with us. And our animals right now we just love them. And so, that's one of the reasons I don't think we would consider anytime soon. Let me say that. He did not wear bibs. Bibs are just recent for Jeffrey. Jeffrey only started wearing bibs 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He did not always wear bibs. So now you can't get him out of bibs, but that's okay. That's who Jeffrey is, and that's his trademark, and that's perfectly fine because it works for him. So anyway, guys, I am going to hop off here and honestly probably get ready for bed because after last night, we are all super tired. But listen, we love y'all so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email. Love you all. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Night, everybody.